AI is coming on leaps and bounds, but it is gobbling up energy as it does so, and it's a matter of concern to companies in the business. Now, one of them, Google, has signed a deal to get some small nuclear reactors built for its own use in powering AI data centers. Catherine Prat is a nuclear engineer, a leading member of the American Nuclear Society. Catherine, there's a lot to talk to you about on this. Let's first go into the demand for electricity created by artificial intelligence. This is a serious burden, is it, in terms of the grids that we're all accustomed to?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It is. And so the International Energy Agency has indicated that the demand by 2026 just from data centers could be up to 1,000 terawatt hours. And to kind of put that into a frame of reference, that's 3 times the installed capacity of the entire UK. So just triple that in 2 years. And I mean, the technology is fantastic, right? We want to see all of these ways that we can use AI, but it is very energy intensive.
What is this actually? What is it that uses all the energy? Is it the ventilation and the air conditioning? Because it seems so extraordinary that it uses that much.
Yes. The computing power does generate a lot of heat. Yeah.
Okay. And that needs to be powered. All right. Small nuclear reactors is the second bit of this government of this Google announcement. So It really seems to be a vote of confidence in this technology. Now, is it really going to happen? These small nukes.
Yes, so I think so, and I think we're seeing this is not the first power purchase agreement between a large energy kind of data center-esque company and a nuclear reactor. So we've seen it with Amazon, we've seen it with Microsoft, and now Google is going into a technology-specific agreement with Kairos, which is fantastic, and it takes away some of the uncertainty as far as the economic case goes for building and new nuclear reactors. These small modular technologies can be costly to deploy, and
well,
so if you know you have
the first 4, maybe
right,
no,
right,
they get cheaper.
But if you know if you know you have someone that is going to buy that power the second it's online and give you some money to start up and get it going, then it really makes a great economic case for small modular reactors.
But Catherine, has anybody got a small modular reactor working?
So no, we don't have any. No, not yet. But the U.S. we just built the first kind of new generation of nuclear reactors in 40 years, and so now we can say we did it. So in 5 years, what's not to say that we can say the same for SMRs?
Yeah, and the small ones, the advantage of having a dozen small ones over building one really, really big one is what exactly?
So there's 2 different ways to look at it. So nuclear reactors do need to be refueled at some periodicity, maybe every 1.5 to 2 years. The smaller reactors may go longer than that. But when they're down, they're all down. So if you do a big reactor and you have to come down to refuel, you have no power at all. If you have a smattering, maybe 5 small reactors, when you go down, you only lose 1/5 of your capacity.
Yeah, I get it. That does work. Now, look, the other aspect of this, though, which I think raises eyebrows, is you are really talking about private nuclear power stations for sort of private use. Now, I mean, I suppose there's lots of private power stations. There are privately run nuclear power stations. But I don't know, do you have private power stations for one company to just take nuclear power stations for their own use? It just seems an unusual development.
So it is, but I also think that it is a forward-looking realization from these companies that seconds-long outages can cost them millions of dollars, and they want to have that control. Whether it's with diesel generators, which not good for the environment, or nuclear power plants where they can control their own microgrid. And they know that when they need power, they have it, versus relying on some of the aging infrastructure of the grid in larger countries.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. Google making that deal to get some small nuclear reactors ready to go and power up its AI. Catherine Prat, so thank you so much for joining us on PM.